let's talk about the Sixers real quick. So where is that report? Okay, so I dropped a report that Joel Embiid has slimmed down significantly, and this is not just for me. All the blogs are posting about this. That Joel Embiid has slimmed down significantly this offseason, transforming his own look ahead of this season. And it says the Sixers star is hoping to finally play a significant amount of games to make them a serious threat in the wide open Eastern Conference. Now, as you can see here, you can visibly see that Joel Embiid has lost some weight, but there was some, some weird news that came out. So let me see if I can find it for you guys, by the way. Where is it? Here we go. So the Sixers essentially don't know when Joel Embiid will play. Now, as you guys can recall, Joel Embiid, he's just been injured. He's been having nagging knee issues, which is, causing him to, not be able to be on the court. And it sucks because when you think about the Sixers, you think about the process and how long does the process take? Because it gets to a point where a franchise and even a front office and organization is looking at you like, bro, you're just wasting resources. We're paying you all this money, and sure, you want an MVP, and when healthy, you're one of the best. You are the best big in the league as far as I'm concerned. I'm talking about in terms of offensively, but it's just that Joel Embiid has just not been available, and the Sixers still don't know when Joel Embiid will play. So let me play this clip for you guys so you guys can listen to it.
Is even the Philadelphia 76ers don't know exactly when Joel Embiid is going to play, when he's not going to be playing. Remember last season, there were moments where there was built up frustration that was occurring in the locker room around that coaching staff about Joel Embiid, his availability, when he was playing. No one literally knew, and it created confusion around that organization. The reality is his knee issues have been debilitating, and he's essentially going to have to master learning how to play through issues, pain thresholds any given day. And a lot of it, like he said, the unknown of the reality that he will be feeling different ways after a day of workouts, and one day of workout might be different than another day, and that might lead him to potentially miss time.
Yeah.
And they just don't know quite yet. They have their first day of training camp practice tomorrow. Let's see how much, if at all, Joel Embiid participates. Like a minor.
So if you ask me, he's not going to participate, but it's kind of crazy that the organization is essentially making Joel Embiid get to a point where, look, bro, you're just always injured. So what we're going to do now is we're going to basically manage you. You're gonna have to play on this shit, bro. You're just gonna have to, maybe not put too much pressure because again, this guy's getting paid max dollars and he's just not available, and he's their best player. And if he's not on the floor, you can kiss those championship aspirations goodbye. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that they're going to win a chip, even if he's healthy, but I don't know, man. But Paul George also, in his press conference, Paul George was saying, things like, I'm the Paul George that the 76ers went out and signed. I do still think there's a lot of game in me, stuff like that. Let me just play for you guys.
The idea was to be, I think it was fair to say, sort of the final piece on a championship contender. Mm-hmm. You're talking about the role here, sort of, I guess, do you see a role more as veteran mentors, kind of what it sound like, as opposed to that? Is there a way to do both? I guess, how are you kind of approaching the season?
I think it's everything. Again, getting healthy. The Paul George that the 76ers went out and signed. I do think I still got a lot of game in me. Playing at a high level, like that's still who I am. I got to get healthy to get to that point, but I'm not. I won't be. I don't think a part of camp going into it, but I do have a voice in being a part of the team to help the young guys and kind of touch that point early on into the season to start out. So I guess to your question is being both. I plan on being both.
Last year you came, basically the idea was to be, I think it was fair to say, sort of the final piece on it.
Listen, man, I'm just hoping that Paul George and Joel Embiid can at least play till All-Star break. I mean, it's gotten to a point where you hope that they can at least get through half the season without some type of injury, but we'll see what happens.